Today, I'm going to be sharing the Zoya nail polishes that I'm not going to be repurchasing and why. So, back in September, Zoya actually raised their prices, and I actually started thinking about the polishes from them that I own and which ones I would repurchase and not repurchase for when I use the bottle up. So, that's what I'm going to be sharing here today. First one is going to be Zoya Purity. This is a really good standard white nail polish, and a little FYI before I continue, there is nothing wrong with the polishes that I'm sharing in this video. I'm just not repurchasing them because they are now more expensive. I use white nail polish very often. I would say I go through white maybe once every 3 months. I go through a white bottle polish just because of how much I use it for stamping, detail work, nail art, etc. That at this point going forward, once this bottle is used up, I am going to switch to a brand that's less expensive. So next up is Willa. This is a really good standard black. Again, nothing wrong with the polish. I actually do think, if I'm being 100% honest here, that I go through black polish way quicker simply because I use it mostly for stamping purposes as well as like little like details for things and freehanding. So again, going forward, once I'm done with this bottle, I am just going to be switching to a brand that is less expensive. Next up is Zoya Steph. I actually used to use this quite a bit for a while there. I really liked it, but then I just stopped using it. And I actually have not used this one in quite a while. So definitely going to be switching to a brand that is less expensive. I actually have a few polishes similar to this in my collection that I really like. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and switch to those going forward. One thing I will say though is that this color is very pretty with some very soft and subtle silver glitter if you like a little bit of sparkle. Next up is Pippa. This is a really nice brighter yellow polish with some shimmer. There's nothing wrong with this color other than the fact that I just don't use it. So I tend to use it mostly, like most often in like the spring for like Easter, things like that. However, because I just don't use it that much, I'm going to switch to a brand that is less expensive, like I said, because there's like no point in me keeping this in my collection if I'm not going to really get any use out of it. Next up is Zoya Rider. This is a really good chocolate brown, and I feel like when it comes to polishes like this, I don't wear them for X number of months out of the year, and then I wear them. Like I usually use these polishes in like Easter for like Easter basket looks, and then in the fall and the holidays, obviously. But I have other brown polishes that I've tried that I really like, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just switch to those. Next up is Zoya Chanel. This also was actually one of my favorite brown polishes from a few years ago, but again, I just stopped using it and I just don't see myself using it like enough going forward to repurchase this bottle. Again, there are many other brown nail polishes out there that I think I'm just going to switch to something else. Next up is Zoya Thandy. This is a really good standard orange that does have some shimmer running through it. I've used this for Winnie the Pooh nails, Easter, etc. And while I do like it, I just don't use it that often, same as that yellow one. So I actually do have another one that I used to use quite often that I really like. So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to that one also. So last up is Zoya Dove. This one is just a really good standard gray. Again, I just don't use this. So I actually do have another gray polish in my collection that I use way more than I use this one. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and switch to that one instead. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the polishes that I'm sharing in this video. Because Zoya raised their prices, I would rather just switch to polishes or brands of polishes that are less expensive for colors that I tend to use the most of.